Over the past few days, we've explored different aspects of our call to share the gospel. We considered Jesus' explicit command. We considered the compelling love of Christ that motivates us, the sobering reality of lostness that stirs our urgency, and the immense joy in heaven when a lost soul is found. But today I want to talk about personal testimony. Psalm 66:16 says, "Come and hear, all you who fear God. Let me tell you what he has done for me." Each of us has a personal testimony, a unique story of God's work in our lives to tell. One aspect of sharing our testimony is it requires openness. The psalmist was not forcing his story, but he was inviting. He was inviting people to listen. We should always be prayerfully seeking opportunities to share, inviting people into conversation rather than cornering them with a lecture. This invitation of the psalmist set the stage for a powerful sharing of what God had personally accomplished. The focus of his testimony was what he has done for my soul. This emphasized God's work. Our testimony is not about our good deeds, our wisdom, or our strength. It's about God's mighty acts, his intervention, his grace. We are merely the recipients and the proclaimers of his work. He finished it up by saying, what he has done for my soul. And this highlights the personal and transformative nature of God's work. Our testimony is unique because it is our story. No one else has experienced God in precisely the same way that you have. It's not generic, it's specific. It speaks to the core of who you are. Our personal testimony is a powerful and unique opportunity to share the gospel because it is authentic and relatable. Your personal journey with its struggles and triumphs makes the gospel tangible and relatable. When you share how God met you in your pain or transformed your brokenness, it resonates deeply. Sharing your gospel is undeniable. No one can argue with your experience. They can argue with theology, with interpretations, or with historical facts, but they cannot refute what God has done in your life. Your testimony becomes irrefutable evidence of God's reality. Your testimony also glorifies God. The ultimate goal of our testimony is not to draw attention to ourselves, but to God. When we tell what he has done for our soul, God receives the praise and glory he deserves. We all have that story to tell. Telling our testimony sometimes is not always easy because we have to think about the past and we have to talk about the brokenness that we was in before God transformed it. But that's what makes our testimony powerful, is the change that God made in our lives. I encourage each of you to willingly give your testimony to someone who is willing to listen. Thank you.